welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
Today, Shona's got us a little blind, well, got me a blind put together,
Yes,
I guess.
I have Bryan a blind put together. Bryan was busy earlier this week. I think it was Thursday or Friday. He was staining back there and creating all kinds of dust on the shelves. So last night, while he was busy, I spent the evening wiping down all the bottles and dusting and stuff, and I realized we have never done the full line of what we have, not the full line, but the full line of what we have of the 1792 to see which one we actually like the best.
And we really like 1792.
We do, yes, we absolutely do. And so I thought if we could squeeze it in today, that we'd just line these up and see which ones we like the best. So I know that we've had the 1792 once on the show before. I don't know as if we ever reviewed this foolproof on the show before.
You know, honestly, I don't know if I've tasted the foolproof.
Okay, I know I have, but I don't know if you've ever had it. And so 1792 here in Ohio, the one that we can generally always get is the small batch, but not every place has that all the time. But that's the one that we can normally get our hands on. We both really enjoy that. I know in 2023, the sweet wheat was released. It was unattainable for regular Joes like us.
And I know you really like that.
And I do. I really like that one. And luckily, we were able to get our hands on it through a friend. Along with these two, the Bottled and Bond and the Foolproof. That same friend came through for us on those two as well. And so, besides these four, 1792 also offers a 12-year, a high rye, a single barrel, and a port finished. We'd love to get our hands on any of those as well to try them out. Now, I had actually, and I don't know if I brought this up on a previous video or not, I was really disappointed to learn that you really can't go to the 1792 distillery anymore in Bardstown because they shut that off in mid-2022 to the public so that they could focus on the tours. Focus on doing what they do best, distilling bourbon or whiskey. So, you know, 1792, located in Bardstown, Kentucky. It is the oldest fully operating distillery still in Bardstown, Kentucky. And so it is kind of disappointing that you can't go there and see it. But I do believe that you can still get single barrels there. Like, I don't know how big you have to be or anything like that to get a single barrel, but I have seen some reviews where people have actually went and purchased a barrel. So it's not like you can't go in.
If you got the money,
if you got the money to buy a barrel. So, like I said, we're going to be doing the small batch, which none of their mash bills are truly stated. However, I've researched some and I've found that the small batch is said to be 74% corn, 18% rye, and 8% barley. It's not age dated either, but it needs to be at least 4 years. And it's 93.7 proof. The sweet wheat, again, no mash bill, non-age dated, but it said at least 4 years. It's 91.2 proof, and the one that we have is the 2023 release. The Bottled and Bond, no mash bill, non-age dated, but of course it is 100 proof because it is a Bottled and Bond. The Foolproof, though, rumored to be 75% corn, 15% rye, and 10% malted barley. Non-age dated, but people have reported that it is 8.5 years old. This bottle is 125 proof. So these are the ones that we should, I would think, be able to pick out that foolproof compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
being 125 proof.
Yeah, I mean, you're 93, 91, 100, and then 125. So
I would like Bryan to do a couple different things.
Okay.
One, let's review these, taste them, see how we like them like normal. I'd like you to, line it up based on your favorite. But as you're tasting them, I want you to tell me which one you feel is the foolproof.
Okay, just a foolproof. That's the only one you're wanting me to pick out. Okay. Okay,
And
I can try that.
see if you can get it.
Sure.
We should be able to get it, but we've never done this all in a row, so I don't know if we will or not, because some won't taste that hot.
Let's give it a shot. I'm excited.
All right, let's start with number 1.
Starting with 1. That is, that's really good. Smooth.
It is very good.
Sweet.
Yes. I forgot to say what I got on the nose, so I apologize. And I think it's because I didn't get a whole lot on the nose, to be honest.
It's sweet is what I get on
Yeah,
the nose,
sweet,
and that matched the palate.
But I'm not picking up aromas really on the nose.
No, but on the palate, I'm going to say that I get some brown sugar.
Definitely.
Caramel.
Yes.
Wow, it's just really smooth.
I got the tobacco. A little bit of pepper. Smooth sweetness. Just a creamy, nice pour.
I feel safe at this point in saying that was not foolproof. I'm not sure which one that is, but I really, really like it.
And I know that I poured these, and I'm thinking I know which one's the foolproof, but I don't know as if I remember which other order I put the other ones in. But I have it written here. We got it good. It's flipped over though.
Again, sweet to me.
Very sweet. I'm picking up a little bit more caramel on this nose. The aroma is coming through a little bit better on this one.
It's a little warmer, a little more spice. The oak seems to stick out a little more on that one
Yes.
to me. Again, I don't feel that is anywhere near being the foolproof yet.
It's very smooth, like you said, picking up the oak, a little bit of pepper, spices. This one's not as sweet as the first one. I'm picking up the caramel, a tiny hint of vanilla. It's just poking through just a little bit for me.
Definitely on that second sip, a little more of the heat. The spices seem to come to the top a little more on the second sip for me. I still do get some caramel, but it's starting to fade away under the cover of the spices.
Yep. Overall,
really, again though,
pour.
really good. Really good.
I'm anxious to try them going backwards.
Yeah.
You know, Brian and I have always tasted like 1 through 4, then went back 1 through 4, and you told me that we had some suggestions in the comments.
We did.
That we should do 1 through 4, then 4 to 1.
One of our subscribers that's been with us since probably almost the beginning actually suggested try it going backwards and see if, you know, it kind of reprograms you because you're going in the same order. So
Yeah. So I'm anxious to do that. I don't think we've yet to do that.
no, we've not.
Since you've told me, I don't know as if you and I have done a lineup like that. Now this one, I'm getting some heat on the nose.
A little, but I would still lean more towards the sweet side on the nose.
Yeah, some sweetness, but I'm definitely picking up the caramel and oak, the char and stuff on the nose on this one. It has a really good nose. Like, I'm picking up all kinds of...
Man, it's just so easy to drink. So far, all three of them have been. That one is...
Definitely oakier
Yeah.
with char.
And I know I don't have to pick them all. You're just looking for me to pick the one. I'm going to say that may be the bottled and bond. I'm going to say that one's coming in at 100 proof.
Yeah. It's not warm. None of these have been warm. They've all been very smooth. And I would guess all three of these are the 90 to 100 proof.
I would almost, if I was picking each one, I would almost say they've gone this way. Having no idea what you did here, I would say this was 1, this was 2, this was 3. But we'll see what 4 does. So far, I don't think we've had the foolproof.
I don't think I would have lined them up the way I poured them.
I know.
I mean,
well, it's reverse, but
I could have. If I did, it was completely unintentional.
that first one was just so sweet to me, though. Immediately, I thought, I'll bet that's the sweet wheat. But
do you notice after you like cleanse your palate how the sweetness?
it kind of pops.
On number
me,
3,
yeah.
it really popped. I
Yeah.
know that might sound silly, but it
Yeah.
just overall
It's just that
really
water
sweet.
to whatever was on your tongue. That water just kind of, yeah. I did.
Again, number 3 was delicious. They've all been really good so far.
They have been.
And that's the problem with the 1792 lineup for us. I think we enjoy them all. And so
and
I
we can't
love,
get
I know, we can't get it. Let us know in the comments, I mean, if in your area where you are at, if 1792 is more available, like
Yeah.
if you're able to get more than just a small batch.
And I think the next time we go to Kentucky, we'll watch closer also, because
We didn't
it's
look.
was never anything on our radar really when
Right.
we were down there in the past.
Yep. Oh wow, this one's really sweet on the nose.
Yeah, I don't.
Nice and caramel. It's just coming through. I'm anxious for this one. Nice, smooth. Not a whole lot of heat though.
Oh, there's just.
And so
Now see, that's a dangerous foolproof.
if it is foolproof,
No, whatever one it is dangerous.
yeah, because I am telling you,
There's nothing here
nothing
that drank.
drinks 125 proof.
No, I'd say 100 proof is the most anything drank, and that's stretching it.
That one's really good though. Sweet.
I'm actually going to go with number 4 as my foolproof.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think it's that hot. Well, I guess none of them are that hot.
No,
to be
but
honest,
I get a little more heat on 4. I mean, you're really looking to find it. It's just, again, the brown sugar, the caramel, everything is there, but I get a little more spice, a little more heat towards the end. Not at first.
I mean, to me, it doesn't drink 125 proof. However, looking at the legs on the glass, and I'm sure that the viewers cannot see this, but you can probably see my chapstick line.
Oh my God, look
the
at it.
legs. So I would say you're right because
There's a lot of viscosity to that
yes, very good. It is so smooth, full of the oak, the caramel, the vanilla, a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. It's delicious.
If you swirl, and again, we may be wrong, but if you swirl the others, you get a line at the top of where the bourbon is.
Well,
And
look,
you'll get a few legs down off of it. But that last one, number 4,
it has a lot of legs.
yeah.
Oh, and look at the color of number 4
Yeah, it's kind of a
It's a
richer,
darker,
deeper
richer-
brown, yeah.
compared to the others. And I can see that.
I don't
I mean, I
feel-
know that we're looking on top of concrete, which is gray, but if you're just skimming the tops of these, you can tell it's a lot darker. And
Yeah, I'm going to say 4.
the foolproof does look darker in the bottles. Okay, let's go back through these. So you say number 4 is the foolproof.
I'm going to say 4.
You're going to lock that in
Yep.
before we go back through? Okay.
I am. I don't think anything will change that much. I get, honestly, a lot of the same profiles I got initially, except I feel like, and I've probably talked myself into this, the heat is a little stronger on the second sip. Not for you?
Not for me.
Okay.
I'm still...
It's still not 125 proof to me, but...
If you would have poured these for me, I would have thought you were joking around. Like that you...
like they were all the same?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
The flavor profiles of all four of these are very similar.
They really are.
They all have the oak, the caramel, the vanilla, a little bit of pepper. They're all very smooth. They're all very creamy. It's really hard to distinguish between them for me.
The profiles are so similar, but yet there's
There are
distinguished difference between them. But boy, they really are close. And I've said this before when we've put stuff in order. This is another one of those lineups that it's really unfair to put it in an order. Like the order ought to go more of a straight line instead of side by side because they're all that good.
I mean, to me, regardless which bottle you can get your hands on, you're going to have a good bottle. The one thing that I really like about the 1792 line, it's not expensive.
It's really not. The small batch that we've had the most of, I think this might be our third bottle.
I think it is
small
our
batch.
third bottle.
Is it a 40?
It's like 30 something. I think I didn't write the prices down, but I think it's like $39.99.
Yeah, it falls right, maybe 40 or just under, I believe. Which is, if you're for a good quality bourbon, I mean, that is a fantastic price.
It is. And I think the sweet wheat, when it came out, it was only in the $40 range.
So Shauna's checking the OHLQ website.
So the small batch is $33.99 here in Ohio.
$33.99.
If you can get the full proof in Ohio, it's $47.99. If you can get the single barrel, it's $41.99. The 12-year is $52.99, and the sweet wheat is $39.99. So like I said, all reasonably priced pours.
So
if you can find these.
$52.99 was the most expensive?
Yeah, for the 12-year.
So I know, Shauna and I, we've been doing this almost a year, and every bourbon has a place. It really does. And different people are going to prefer different bourbons. But if you look at those price points, honestly, and I know we've brought up other bourbons before in comparison, and maybe it's fair, maybe it's not, but I'm going to do it. $64, $65 for a bottle of Blanton's, which is allocated, so it's also not easy to get. Mm-hmm. I would take any of these over that. Oh,
I would, being that the small batch is the one that we can get our hands on, I would take the 1792 small batch. I'd pour of it over Blanton's any day.
For $30 less money.
And the small batch is 93.7 proof. And I believe...
Blanton's is 92?
I think it's 93 proof. So you're getting the same proof point, half the price, basically.
93.
Yeah, so same proof point, half the price, easy to obtain, a very, very, very good pour. Brian, I'm kind of chuckling a little bit because Brian, he's going to have to look around because this is his first time down to the bar since I dusted and rearranged everything, and I know I didn't get everything back in order. So he is going to be fumbling and probably rearranging what I've done because I know I've messed it all up.
Honestly, it'll just be easier to relearn where everything's at than to try to put it back where it was.
I'm shocked that he's not more mad at me than what he is.
I'm grateful. I was halfway into a project yesterday and I had to bail out. rather hurry and quickly. And Shona took over and finished it up for me, which it was a huge job what was left. But good news is we're almost there with the bar. The staining's done now. Got a little bit of trim work left. I've got doors to put on the bottom in the back, but they're made and ready.
And then we'll be on to the bathroom.
Bathroom.
My wine bar.
Wine bar.
And then my office.
Office.
And then everybody will get a tour.
Yeah, and honestly, the office is paint, drop ceiling, and carpet. And the half bath is, I got to build a vanity.
And I got a tile, but it's got to warm up, guys.
Yeah, it's just too cold to get the tile saw out. Shona does all our tiling.
Yeah, and I'm not cutting tile out in 0 degrees. I'm not doing it. The bathroom will wait until I don't get frostbite on my hands. All right, I think I'm ready to line mine up, so I'm going to work on that while you are. You know what? We need to start using our tasting sheets. I just designed tasting sheets for us so we could start scoring.
Yeah, we really need to use them.
And because I don't want to get to the end of 2024 and have to think back.
Or go back and scan through videos.
Yeah,
hey, how'd
so
this do for us? Which is what we did at the end of 2023.
I'm kind of irritated with myself right now for not having those tasting sheets ready for us. So.
Have you retasted everything?
I have.
Oh, wow. That's probably why I was trying to put the Blantons away.
Probably. Okay, I think I have my lineup. I'll wait on you. Hey, while he is finishing his lineup, just want to throw out there, still trying to get to that 500 subscriber number so we can give away a bottle of Stag. So please help us get there. Tell your friends, hit the subscribe button if you're viewing and you haven't already. And as soon as we hit 500, we will do a little show of what we will be giving away and what directions you have to follow to enter. And we will get that bottle of Stag out to one lucky winner.
Along with some other exciting Cask 529 products.
Yeah, I don't know what those will be yet, but we'll have them. You got your lineup there?
I do. I struggle so much with lineups, but I've moved number 4 to the front because.
And I did too. Number 4 is my number 1 as well.
There's just a little more going on with 4, I think.
Yep. We both have 3 in our 4th place. You and I have 2 and 1 switched.
Yeah, so I basically moved 4 to the first spot, and then they go 1, 2, 3.
And then I had to be all whopper jawed.
Yeah, you had to get all complicated. I'm just anxious to see how close we are, or how close I am to the foolproof.
Okay, number 4 is the foolproof. So you were correct. And the foolproof is actually both of our number 1.
Number 1s, which makes sense.
It does, because we do like more of the cask strength, the barrel proof.
We do.
Pours because they are full of flavor. But I'm telling you what,
This
does not drink at 125 proof.
It does not. And I know I have never had that. And you can kind of tell by the bottle level that you're the only one that had ever been into it.
And I only had 1 pour, so I could taste it probably a couple months ago. We've had this for several months.
We have, and I think we know it's something that we're fortunate to have, and it's hard to get.
It is.
So we tend to avoid that stuff.
We do. We tend to drink what we know we can replenish. Now, with that said, I have been drinking a couple that I might have a hard time getting replenished,
But
and
you know
I feel
what, guys?
bad about that.
If you've got it, it's not doing anybody any good in the bottle. Enjoy it, drink it.
Yep. So first place is the foolproof.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping the first place would be small batch because I know we can get that, but it's not. However, this foolproof is delicious. If you can get it, pick it up.
Now we know not to drink it.
Yeah, we still will. So your second place, which is my 3rd place, is number 1, which was the sweet wheat.
And I said that. I said
you did.
That would be my guess. That's sweet wheat. Yep.
So it actually came in 3rd place for me, which
so sweet.
kind of shocks me because I have found that I really like weeded whiskeys, weeded bourbons. I really love the sweetness.
Now, those are the only 2 I guessed, foolproof and sweet wheat.
So my second place was number 2, which was the small batch,
And
and
that's
this is your
my
third
third
place. So if obviously I can't get the foolproof,
You're good
small
with
batch is still
Yep.
beating the sweet wheat for me. So that is how good
Yep.
the small batch is for $33.99. It is
It really
delicious.
is. And I know it's in my third place, but
Like you said earlier, I could have picked all these as number one. Depending on what you're lining them up with, they're all good.
it's hard. It really is.
So that leaves number 3, which came in last for both of us. Does not mean anything because it was still very good, is the bottled and bond.
And I had mentioned the bottled and bond during, I remember that I did, but I don't know where it was at. You know what I mean? But I know that I drank one. I was like, you know what? I'll bet that's probably.
And you may have had it right. I can't
Yeah, I
remember
don't either.
either where you said
We'll
it.
check that out just so we know. But
Yeah, but I'm happy that we did this because we've not done it. We've tasted
We've not.
these bottles compared. I know we did a bottled and bond show where the bottled and bond was in it. I know we did a small batch show where the small batch was in it. And I know we did the sweet wheat against the Woodford wheat.
But to drink the 4 of them together,
yes.
This was a real delight. This
And
was awesome.
If I'm remembering correctly, the sweet wheat, the Woodford wheat beat out the sweet wheat for me. And that.
But that makes sense to you because your Woodford gives you
That cherry note that I like. But it also makes sense that the sweet wheat did third place here and the small batch was before it. So
I feel like
again,
for you, your Woodford will all 95% of the time beat whatever we put it against.
probably. Have I told you, and sorry viewers, but you're going to hear this, have I told you what I really want to do with the Woodfords?
I don't believe you have.
And I've got to learn a little bit more about this before I torture y'all with it. But I want to blend them. I want to,
You've mentioned that.
blend
yeah.
the different Woodfords and with the different grain styles and try them because I think I can develop between the line a perfect Woodford.
Really? So you don't think that you drink a perfect Woodford
Oh.
each time you drink a Woodford?
I mean, they're good.
Because you love your Woodford.
But I think I can blend a perfect one because they're all so good. And I'm just saying.
I mean,
Wouldn't it be a fun show, guys?
We have.
Hey, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a blended Woodford show. And I will torture Bryan through that with me.
We have an entire shelf that is almost completely full of Woodford. There's no duplicates.
I like my Woodford.
There's no duplicates.
Okay, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. And if you don't comment, I might do it anyways. So,
If she's got her mindset to it, she's doing it.
all right, guys.
But listen, we had a fantastic show planned for yesterday that we mentioned a few days ago. In fact, it's so good, we don't even know what was in it.
No, but
One
I'm
of our-
hoping that
One of our good friends.
they'll come back to do that with us.
They're huge bourbon hunters. It was going to be all high proof. He was surprising us with he was bringing everything to us. We had no idea what we were going to have.
We will get that rescheduled.
We're gonna reschedule
Bryan had
it.
something come up, so we will definitely get that one rescheduled.
Definitely. In the meantime, though, guys, please keep hitting that like button. Keep dropping us comments. We read those and pay attention to them. In fact, we had one earlier that mentioned maybe video quality issues we were having.
So we're hoping this one's better.
Yeah, I've made some changes. Let us know how the video looks today.
Because we are not camera experts.
We are not. We try to do the best we can.
And to be honest, we look at it on our phones and on a 13-inch Mac Pro. So
Yeah, so
So,
in our mind, occasionally we'll throw one on the TV.
but not very often. So let us know if the video quality gets better. We're trying and we're open. Please leave those comments because we
Yeah.
are open to making changes and adjustments.
And most importantly, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. That's what's going to help us get where we need to be. And it's going to get us to the stag giveaway.
It will. And if you do not already have a bottle of small 1792 small batch on your shelf,
Yeah.
get one because you need one.
And if in your area one of these others is easy to get, grab it.
Or if you can get the 12 year, the high rye single barrel or port finished, send me a bottle.
Yeah.
I'll Venmo you.
Yeah, we'll make arrangements.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will. Okay, guys. Again, as always, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Yep.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks, everyone.